Hey there, so we are on episode 6 of The Robin Show, and I have a few really cool questions that have been asked. And the first one is the earth flat? Now, when I answer these questions, I'm just answering them from the energy that I see. I'm not saying this is a physical reality, I'm not saying anything, I'm saying energy. Energetically, no, the earth is not flat. The earth is very much round because of the vortexal energy that is in the universe. Having a flat thing would not have the spherical, would not have the vortex, would not have the energy conduction as something that was flat. Now, with saying that, because see, it's funny, I have moved up through the atmosphere and seen things. It's always been round when I've seen it, and I just have always just thought it was. But I thought it was interesting that this question came up. So when I have traveled up beyond the realm of, Earth, meaning that you're up in that like stratosphere or whatever, and you see other planets and moons and stars are a little bit different. And there's things out there that have more of a, not that they're not circular, they don't move, they just have more of a presence. That's a little bit different. But an energy like Earth is round because it has to have that uniformness, that ability to create a vortexal energy that feeds its own magnetic field, its own energy field, which then feeds our energy field. So that was the first one. And the next one is, why is the grass green? I'm like, all right, why is the grass green, right? So when I tap in, I source, I'm just like, green is just our perception of the color of grass. And we all, as animals, as things that are on this planet, we all have different perceptions. So we perceive the grass as green and the sky as blue, and other creatures would see them differently. So this is just about the perception as humans. This is just about the energy that's inside of our mind, our brains, our eyes, and our perception that makes these things. Because there's some people that can't see, certain colors. So it being grass, it's not that it's green for a reason. It's just our perception of it, which I totally get that because it's our perception of everything. Two people can see the same thing and see different colors. That's just about perception. All right, now let's go to the next one. Why is there so much stress on Earth? Well, that's interesting because there's been a lot of stress on Earth for a very long time. And it's almost like since we have the mass amount of communication and broadcasting and media that it seems so much more heightened. And I'm not going to say it is or isn't, but, the other day I was watching a show, and this was in the Civil War times. No, before Civil War, this was when we came here, and unfortunately, a lot of Native Americans died. And that's to my heart because I have so much Native American in my own blood. But the thing about it was that there was some savage times where, and I won't go into all the details, but if you look throughout history, there's been a lot of stress and a lot of savage type of things that have happened. And right now, there is just at a different level. It's because it's in our face so much. It's because it's like everywhere you look, on social media, on the news, on even the programs that we're watching. There's just so much stress around it. It's almost like everyone thinks the only way we can get attention is to put a stressful situation in front of you, and then you're going to do something and take some action and induce pain and trauma and drama, and then we're all subject to that. So we feel more stressed out because we are bombarded with it. And the last couple weeks, you probably noticed there wasn't an episode up of this because I took the 2 weeks around Christmas, and I'd already pre-recorded 1 or 2. But I had taken these weeks just to come into my own energy, to be outside. I got my horses here. I took the time with my chickens and my rabbits and my ducks and spend some time in that with family. And I need to do that because if I'm seeing it blasted all the time, it's too much for me. And so you just have to say, when there's a question like, why is there so much stress? It still comes back to your perception on it. There's a lot of people right now that don't feel stressed out. I mean, there's people in other countries, because I'm broadcasting in the United States, who have a different set of stresses that are different than ours, right? And so it's really just about perception. Again, perception seems to be the common theme today. So if you're wondering, like, why is there so much? Just say, how do I want to perceive this? How can I see it differently? All right. And the next question is, why do young babies die? So little ones. And this was really dear to my heart. As you've noticed on my channel here, I have some stuff because I am like the baby whisperer, but young children, they're already coming in with a mission. So even for us, we came here with a mission. We came here with a reason. And a mission is a word I use, but really there's a purpose. There's a way to help the universal energy and flow be different. And these young babies that come in and they die, they are part of that. Like, there's a decision made. I have seen so many little babies in my energetic career that are just on the other side of the veil, right? You can see them and they're coming back in or they're going out, and they have a lot of this energy. So when they come through, they just go back, and sometimes they're guardian angels over people, or we'll call it that. They're not maybe so much that, but they are part of their guides, their tribes, their energies that they can get a resource. Other times they decide to come back through later as another body, I guess, because they're the same soul and spirit, but there's just different varieties to that. So it's really makes my heart sad, of course, that young babies die. And there's another one, like, even though, like, why do young children get sick? This really hurts my heart. But both of those, that's my human heart. My divine energy being also sees the divine energy being in them and knows that we're here to continue to evolve and develop our souls and our spirits and our minds and be part of divine and feel all of those things to help us grow. So it does make my heart sad. It really does. But it's something that is unfortunate part of the human experience. And that's just kind of as sad as what it is. All right, let's see what else we do. Why is coffee so addictive? Well, a lot of things are addictive, but coffee specifically, it's going to have certain parts of it that feed certain parts of your cells. And your cells are in alignment with saying, I want more of this, I want that. And so when you've given your body a substance, and coffee is just one of those it could be, that substance is then into an addictive pattern with your body because you now have developed cells and energies and things and entities inside of you that are like, oh, we need it. And so then when you try to stop giving it to your body, these parts of you do not line up. Well, I was watching a show yesterday which reaffirmed something that I had seen a long time ago. It just reminded me of it. We are a lot of bacteria and we're lots of energies and lots of things inside of us that aren't human. These are other things, and the reason why they're there is to help us process our food and our diets and all this. Well, when you're giving them a substance, being coffee or any type of substance, those energies and entities, they live. They're like, these feel good. And then when you take it away, it doesn't live. Now, the hard thing is substances, I'm not talking about coffee specifically. Some people can't even drink coffee, but even if you can, that some of these actually hurt you and some of them don't. So it depends on what you're putting in your body. But if you don't like the pattern of your body, like so craving something and have to have it so that these cells are controlling you versus you telling them, hey, I'm the boss, I'm the host, I'm the one, you're along for the ride. That's where the thing happens that makes it hard, because you don't want to be addicted to something that controls your body. I hope that makes sense. So you want to break that energetic relationship up if you want to be in control and you're letting the coffee control you instead. All right, so last question here is, what is the best way to sleep? What a good question. So I find the best way to sleep is one that makes you feel revived in the morning. And in my many years of being a massage therapist, 15 in about a week or so, in 15 years of being a massage therapist, the number one complaint people had is, I can't sleep, I don't have the right pillow, I don't have the right mattress. Like, there's so many things around it. And for me, I think about, how does the body want to feel? And you just have to have it so that you're kind of cushioned so that you can relax, but you're not putting pressure and tension on your body. And for some people, it's side sleeping, and some it's on their belly, and some it's on their back. When you're on your back, you have different things that could be problematic here, because if you have like TMJ dysfunction or sleep apnea and you're laying up, your jaw goes backwards, it's going to impinge things and make it harder to breathe. So you have to make sure you have the right support underneath your neck and your head to not allow that to happen. And or underneath your legs if you have certain things going on. But then when you lay on your side, if you're kinked off to one side, you're gonna have neck issues. So you just have to make sure that the best way to sleep is for you to have your body propped in a way where it can be relaxed and relaxing, but also feel supported. And that's going to vary per each person. And also the thing too, a lot of people, I know there's a lot of trends out there and there's always diets and this and that, but if you're going to bed hungry, your body is going to almost get a little bit of energy going on that could be a little hard for it too. So when you think about sleeping, if you drink alcohol before you go to bed, you're not going to feel so good. You're going to make your adrenals crash at like 3 in the morning. If you're not drinking, like drinking a little bit of water can be helpful, if that feels good to you. It's asking your body, it's more about the energy. What does my energy need? Do I need some water or some food that's not high carbs that will just kind of let my body relax and sleep? Or do I need to not have anything in my body because I want it to be in repose? So when you're sleeping, there's just a lot more to it that kind of helps you really tap in and ask yourself, how does my body want to function to sleep? Well, we will see you guys on the next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like that way you can get the latest one coming up. And hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. If you want to submit a question, go to therobinshow.com. See you later.